Hello and welcome back to Locator Gaming. I'm continuing on with my playthrough of Descent, and I think I've got the characters out that I want to play with for this playthrough. There are characters that I have not used yet so far in this campaign, so I wanted to run through their cards real quick before I start setting up more stuff and going through the story in the app. I think it's Kaylee, this might be how you pronounce it. She's going to run with the Undying Skull, Vigor Potion, Antidote Potion, and then she's going to take the Sieging Doublet armor that we got. It's 1 extra heart. At the start of each quest, set your health to 4 greater than its maximum. So her maximum health, with the 1 she gets from the armor, would be 10. So she's going to have 14 hit points to start the game. She's on this side, has a 3 fatigue. Her abilities are +1 might, -1 agility, +1 insight, +1 will. Or I mean her skill bonuses, and she fights with the black die and defends with the orange die. And we can take a look at the skills on the sides here. We've got Adaptable for 3 fatigue. During your turn, flip 1 card. Her surge ability there is add 1 success if you're adjacent to a token, chest, shelf, or cauldron. Add 2 successes instead. So she likes to stand next to terrain, it looks like. The other side is also 3 fatigue limit. Same surge ability. They all have the same surge abilities on both sides. Clever Trap, 3 fatigue before an enemy's activation. If it is within 3 spaces of you, enfeeble and slow it. So that must require you to interrupt. There, that might be when you use the interrupt, I guess. So I think we'll just start on this side with her. The Undying Skull should just be automatic. There's nothing really left to do with the armor. We've got the potions to spend. Her weapons. We've got the double-headed hammer. It's a crushing type, 3 damage for 2 fatigue. During your attack or defense, ignore 1 die face and add 3 successes. That's not too shabby. 3 fatigue limit. True Aim Crossbow. For 2 fatigue, during your attack, reroll 1 die. I'm pretty sure that's the right crossbow. 3 range, 2 damage, and it's piercing type. Yes. Her abilities, her skills I mean, a word of caution for 2 fatigue. Before a hero interacts, if they are within 3 spaces of you, they may focus 1 card, which is getting a reroll. Oh, wait a minute. Did that say 2 XP? Oh, I dropped the card below the table. No, 1 XP, 1 XP. Okay, sorry. And I got this. For 1 fatigue, during your test, add 1 success for each fatigue on this card. We're definitely starting on that side. That just seems like it gets better and better as time is going to go on. Okay, Galadin. 4 movement, starts with 9 health, attacks with the blue die, defends with the black die. +1 might, +1 agility, -1 insight, and 0 on will. 2 fatigue limit on this side and 3 fatigue on the other side. So this side with 2 fatigue is Light Step. For 1 fatigue during your turn, shift 1. His surge ability, add 1 success, then you may suffer 1 fatigue to prepare a card, which is to get something ready to be able to flip it. The other side with the 3 fatigue limit, so his ability would max him out. Swear Vengeance. For 3 fatigue during your turn, expose an enemy in line of sight. And expose opens them up to more damage, 20% more damage. So do I want to be able to move or expose? Let's get some movement at the beginning. The abilities here, or the skills, sorry. Flow, for one fatigue, after you flip a card, focus it. The other side is prowess. For one fatigue, after you roll, if you rolled a surge, add one success. So Galadin is kind of set up to be a surge bursting damage type person. I think I will start on that side. And I'm taking out, or I'm going to use a bow that we got last time, maybe at the store. I can't remember for sure where we got it. Moved over a little bit. It's got a range of 4, damage of 2, piercing type. But for one surge, during your attack, add 2 successes. If you have not moved this round, add 3 instead. That seems huge. And then mirror blades. Slashing type, 3 damage for a surge. During your attack, add 2. If there are no heroes adjacent to you, add 3 instead. So maybe if there's nobody next to you, you can get a little more crazy and, you know, chop around with your offhand weapon also. Galadin will be taking out the bloodthirsty bracers to get extra damage if the enemy's already damaged. And then Stormring Mail is medium armor, which Galadin can take. For one surge during your defense, add 1 success and discard a fatigue. So surges on defense will be nice as well. Plus 1 maximum health, so 10 health is why Galadin will be starting with 10. And I can't adjust anything for Kaylee in here, but for Galadin I have put the Forgotten Offhand on the blades and selected the Black Rude Bow for him. And let's just double check. We've done everything we need to do in the shop. There's nothing left for me to craft for either of the people I'm taking on this quest. So let's pop out and get to where we're going to start setting up the map, and then I'm going to need to throw in a cut, I think. Was this Galadin? Or Kaylee's, I mean? Following her, yeah, this was it. A dwarf smith and alchemist has requested aid for her people. A group of dwarven scholars and craftsfolk have sought shelter in an old mining complex, and Kaylee fears they may soon come under attack from the Uthuk. Let us prepare.
Stop me.
So we're taking her and
I'd rather
Galadin
work alone.
Now here, yes, I can edit her stuff now. Cool. So there's really no choices here because, I mean, there's the basic one and then there's something that actually does something. So I'm just going to put things on that do something. So prepare 1 card, then discard 1 fatigue from it, 20% chance. Your weapon's damage increases by 1. If the enemy is large, add 1 success. So a 50% chance that we're going to get more damage from our crossbow with this upgrade, which is nice. And we've already squared him away. So now it actually has the right stuff on it. Cool. And we need to put the trinkets on. So she's taking the Undying Skull and he's taking the Bloodthirsty Bracers. Standard difficulty. Okay, let's go. Not a long trip. Ahead on the road is a clattering, brightly painted wagon. The driver, a dwarf man with a black beard, singed short by fiery misadventure, pulls the long-suffering mule to a halt as Kaylee approaches. Kaylee chats with the driver, an alchemist from Dunwar, and his wingless dragon hybrid assistant for a few minutes before returning to the road. Was that one of your people from the old mine? Nay, nay. That were an alchemist from the Dunwar Alchemist League. The folks I was traveling with are mainly smiths from the Forge Smiths Guild. Your posture, body language, it looked like you knew him. I didn't know him? Maybe, exactly, but we were talking shop. You see, he and I are both members of the Alchemist League in Dunwar. What did you two discuss? He asked for some advice. Kaylee chooses. I suggested a reaction I've always wanted to try for innovation, or I offered him one of my old standby recipes, reliability. Let's go reliability. I offered him one of my old standby recipes, always in demand. He seemed chuffed? I don't know that word, chuffed. The rabbit foot potion recipe has been added to your inventory. Oh, I wonder if we would have gotten a different recipe based on our two choices there. Oh, and by the by, when we reach the repository, I'd appreciate it if no one mentioned the Alchemist League. You see, the folks there will be from the Smiths Guild and Forge, and they don't exactly know I'm in both guilds. Is that allowed? That doesn't matter, because no one is ever going to find out. Now let's get moving. In the night, you're assaulted by a lone assassin. You slay her, but do not know who sent her, as she carries only a crude dagger and evil token. The following has been added to your inventory to be used later. 10 cloth and 10 bone. All right. We have made it. The road twists as it rises up into the hills. A cluster of buildings cling to the slope, surrounded by a deep quarry and the entrances to half a dozen mine shafts. From the largest building rises a thick column of black smoke. Blood and shale. The Uthuk are already here. Did your people have any defenses? There were some old human-made golems at this site. Were they functional? They were when I got done with them. In fact, I did modify one of the golems a wee bit to help defend them. Modified it how? Oh, you know, enhanced the frame a wee bit, made it better. You made a monster is what you made, you daft fool. Uh-oh, a new dwarf in character. Master Bruley, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Thelgrim. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You and your compatriots in the Forge Smiths Guild, studying the golems and learning our alchemical secrets? I'm not sharing any alchemical secrets with the Smiths, you cracked bottle. That would be wrong. Then why is it breathing fire? Well, I did make some other adjustments. Breathing fire, rampaging golem? Uh-oh. Your mistake of a golem is in there right now, lighting everything on fire and attacking friend and foe alike. And all the scholars and guild members are in there trying to salvage what knowledge they can. Get in there and help them. Right. I'll soon have sorted this out. We'll see what went wrong with the golem 2 for innovation, or better smash the golem to bits to be safe. Smash it to bits. We'll go in there, smash that golem to bits to be safe, and rescue all the people and books and everything. Get to it. Bring the scholars and books to me. I'll keep them safe. And watch out for the Uthuk. Their attack is what made the golem go berserk in the first place. There's a sudden crack and roar of flame from inside the large building before you. You'd better hurry before the flames consume the entire mining complex. Smoke billows from the long, low hall at the center of the mining complex. No time to waste. Kaylee rushes everyone to the entrance. Okay, place these tiles. One archway and one chest. Okay, I'm going to get this part set up, cut away real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think I have this kind of set up, except that is on the wrong side. This looks like it's outside, and then maybe we get inside. One archway and one chest. Yep, I think we are good. A dwarf has been rendered unconscious from the smoke. Place one explore token. Okay. An elderly dwarf, the alchemist Master Bruley, coughs and sputters near the entrance. Place one explore token. And then smoke obscures anything past the entrance. Place 3 sight tokens. Here, here, and right next to the chest, it looks like. A roar echoes from the smoke. That sounds like my golem, Kaylee says, grinning. It's nice to see a project reach its full potential, though maybe making a golem breathe fire wasn't the best idea. Kaylee Deepfire, I cannot believe you did this, the elder dwarf's eyes are bulging with rage. This is one mistake too many. I cannot even begin The dwarf is cut off by a second roar. Through the smoke and embers, a golem tumbles forward. Spawn a golem. Kaylee's mistake. Oh, the golems are way in the back naturally. And I need orange. I always forget to take the colored squares out of the enemies. Okay, back here. You see, I was playing around with some different alchemical formulas and, well, I made this golem. Kaylee chooses either fast or tough. Tough is going to make it harder to beat, probably. How about fast? Looking at the golem, you see that its leg joints have been reinforced with uniquely smithed parts, assuring they do not fall apart. The golem, Kaylee's mistake, has increased speed. Place the heroes on the highlighted spaces. Put Kaylee over here and Galadin over there. Is everything on the right side? No, I want arrows. Yes. Probably arrows on this one too. That means I got both piercing set up. During your attack or defense, ignore one die face and add 3 successes. Holy cow. Since we're far away, I think we will start with the crossbow. Yep, I think that's good. I got this. I wanted to build up fatigue. Yep, okay. Please, Master Bruley, Master Bruley turns to the rest of the party, pointedly ignoring Kaylee. Please rescue the rest of the researchers and any knowledge you find inside. Bring them to me and I will watch over them. Rescue the researchers and knowledge, 0 out of 7. Objective updated. Rescue the researchers and knowledge. I was reading it up here, but it said it right there in the middle. Okay, hero phase. Well, let's see. Kaylee can move 3. Galadin can move 4. Range of 4 and range of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, still too far away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, Galadin could shoot. Excuse me, had to sneeze. Galadin could shoot. So I know this is the old guy, and we got to bring the stuff to him, he said. And this is a dwarf right here. So I think I will have Kaylee go first. And 1, 2. Maybe we'll walk up and interact with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so yeah, let's have Kaylee go first. Give her 2 actions and 3 maneuver. 1, 2, 3. We can't interact with the archway, right? No. So that's the maneuver done. And we'll use an action to interact. Oh wait, what are their feats? Any hero attacks an exposed enemy and either interact or attack before any other hero during a round. Oh, so it's good that Kaylee's going first. Don't I have something that exposes? Shoot, was that the other weapon? Wow, Galadin seems kind of hard. Oh no, this side, swear vengeance. During your turn, expose an enemy in line of sight. Having seen that, I'm going to start on this side. Right? Any hero attacks an exposed enemy. Okay, yeah. Alright, so anyway, Kaylee will interact with this token. A dwarf has been rendered unconscious from the smoke. You should rescue them, but the burden of keeping them safe will weigh on you until they are out of danger. You may rescue the researcher by placing this explore token in your play area. During the darkness phase, you will suffer 2 fatigue for each explore token in your play area. Okay, well, we've got a lot of capacity for fatigue. The dwarf begins to come to as you hoist them to their feet. Kaylee, thank you, he coughs out. Place the explore token in your play area during the darkness phase. Yes, you'll suffer 2 fatigue. I will watch over everything and everyone. You can drop off what you've recovered with me, and in turn, I shall help your efforts. Bruley calls to you. Okay, so... One, two, three. Unfortunately, without being able to shift... over our other action might be a little before here interacts. If they're within 3 spaces of you, they may focus 1 card. I don't really want to do a whole bunch of these fatigue abilities because I might need the space to suffer the fatigue since I'm going to have this guy with me. So what do I do with that other action then? Explore, fight, maneuver, ready. I guess I can just maneuver and get over here closer to this one. Not really a whole lot else to do. All right. Galadin's going to shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll shoot. During your turn, expose an enemy in line of sight. We want to do that first. So we'll take 3 fatigue during our turn and expose the enemy. Holy cow, 45 hit points. 3 possible defense. All right. Well, now we attack with the bow. This enemy is immune to affliction, and its defense has been increased by 1 till the end of the round. Okay, so it's not always 3 then. Okay, we got to roll. Blue is not the best die, and we're looking for surges actually with Galadin. That doesn't help because we didn't roll a surge. No surge here. Well, let's do the advantage, I guess. Take it on the bow. So that ends up only being 2 successes. Not great. 5 damage, blocked 1. The exposed did 2. So piercing is not a weakness. Oh wait, after the attack it goes up by 1, so the more you attack each round, the worse this is going to get. Oh boy. Oh, the other side is the one that had the shift on it. Does it say how hard he hits for when you click on him? No, it does not. Oh well, let's just fight. Hopefully we get a surge. We can add some stuff. Okay, now we got a surge and an advantage. Well, that's not great either. Prepare. Because we're not going to be able to take advantage of the advantage, it looks like. Because what I want to do, so the surge we're going to spend here on the Blackroot bow. During your attack, add 2 successes. We already have moved, so that it cannot become 3. Up here, though, I can put a fatigue on this. After you roll, if you rolled a surge, which I did, you can add a success. So that's 1 success here, 2 successes here is 3. I have nowhere else to put fatigue, so I cannot take advantage of the advantage. Oh, I forgot about the Bloodthirsty Bracers. So that helped. His defense did go up. So I think I'm done. Ooh, I forgot to mark that Kaylee had already gone. I will forget quickly if I don't do that. In the phase. Darkness phase. Resolve infection and terror. We have no infection and terror. Each hero may discard a fatigue. Let's discard this one. Kaylee has no fatigue. When am I supposed to take the 2, though? For the... Will it tell me? Maybe I was supposed to take them already. So I will put 1 here and 1 here and then take this one off. Okay. From the golem's palms, a searing heat shoots forward. The target is Kaylee. Range of 3, movement of 4. So 1, 2, 3. He is not happy about seeing her again, it looks like. If the target suffers damage, they scar 1 card. Alright, so 5 total damage. Kaylee uses the orange die for defense. So we got a star and 2 advantages. During your test, add 1 success for each fatigue on this card. During your test. This isn't a test. This isn't as good as I thought it was, because I was thinking attack and defense, but I think it's these things that this helps. Okay, so anyway, we got 1 success there. Two advantages. That I will convert during your attack, reroll 1 die. I will convert them. So that's 3 total. And I have to scar a card. I'll scar her hero card, I guess. So she takes 2 damage. And we're not going to need that 12-sided die anymore. Flames burst upwards and encroach on the room. This room won't be this large for long. Uh-oh. That which you have rescued weighs down upon you. Each hero suffers 2 fatigue for each explorer token in their play area. Okay, so I would not have suffered that fatigue yet. So now I do have to add another one somewhere. This card can take 4. All right, so Kaylee's going to go first and interact with this guy. Master Bruley mixes together some poultices. If you have 1 or more Explore tokens in your play area, you may either heal 2 or discard 2 fatigue. Then discard all Explore tokens in your play area. Heal 2. This thing, yeah, I'm still above my maximum. So I guess I'll just discard 2 fatigue. I should take it off of that one. This goes away. Born leader. What is her feat again? Either interact or attack for any other hero during a round. Oh, that's right. Yes, I want her to be going first constantly. So that was one action, to interact with that thing. I'm going to... Oh, I was going to do this anyway. I should have done it in a different order. Nah, that's all right. So maneuver 3. I'm going to do this ability. It's adaptable. It's 3 fatigue. During your turn, flip a card. I want to flip over to the double-headed hammer. And then I'm going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. I'll become impeded because I'm next to the golem. I don't know why I put that on a 6 instead of a 1. And we will attack for our last action with our hammer. Double-headed hammer. Yeah, black die. 3 successes. During your attack or defense, ignore 1 die face and add 3 stars. We don't need to do that because we got a good result, or the same result we would have gotten. Anything we can add? I don't think so. $12 damage. Oh, we found a weakness. Does he have crushing? No, he has slashing. 0 blocked. That's good. But his defense did go up. But Kaylee's done. I believe. We don't need to use any potions. Yep, so let's go on to Galadin's turn. So that thing that said that this room is going to get smaller, it could be dumb because we are facing a fairly strong enemy, it seems. I don't want this treasure chest to go away. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 1 maneuver left. I'm going to interact with the chest. If this room shrinks and that thing goes away, I would be sad. Test insight. Oh no, insight's -1. Kaylee's insight's +1. We got 3. 4 actually, but then -1 is 3. And there's nothing I can do about that. So just 3. You're close to opening the chest, but there is still some effort required. Huh. Oh, shoot. I screwed up. I'm still going to do that, but as soon as I became adjacent to this, I should have looked at that. I hope that doesn't impact anything. As you approach, the smoke parts to reveal an extension of the wooden room. Discard this sight token. Place tile 3A in 1 lectern. Maybe I don't need to worry so much if the room is just going to keep expanding. $3A. And the lectern. They like this lectern. It's been in all 3 quests, I think. It doesn't like to stand up, though. Is that the right spot? Yes. It's another sight token. Could have just used that one. Spawn the following enemies. Uh-oh. Do I already have an orange zealot? No. Orange zealot. There. 18. It's weak to slash. Alright, so what does this do? If a hero moves into an ember space, they scar one of their cards. If an enemy moves into an ember space, they become afflicted and doomed. I think they only do that as as a last resort. Right. Okay, so continuing on. I only needed to move 2 to get to where I can interact with the chest. Well, I should have done that correctly, because then I probably would not have interacted with the chest. I would have shot the zealot twice to get rid of it. But now it's too late, because I've already put into the app that we've made progress on the chest. The big guy seems more dangerous than the zealot, though. He's within range. Man, you barely move one thing. Everything gets off kilter. That's close enough. Who should I attack? Defensive 4. It's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're both in range. The zealot's also in range. I'm going to shoot the zealot. No, I'll do damage to this, and maybe it'll set it up for elimination next turn. That's this. Okay, so we got a surge. During your attack, add 2. If you have not moved this round, add 3 instead, but we have moved, unfortunately. If I thought I was going to do this, I should have attacked and then moved and dealt with the chest, but that's okay. So we get 2 from our bow. We'll take the fatigue on prowess. It says if you rolled a surge, add a success. It's not a surge ability, it is a fatigue ability, but if you get a surge, you get to add some things. So that's 3 successes. Oh, and the bracers did some damage too. How much did he block? None. Good. Well, we've got 2 movement points left. I think the zealots... It doesn't tell you what their combat abilities are. I don't want to move away. I mean, they've got enough movement and range, I think. It doesn't really matter where I go. I don't really want... Oh, I screwed this up too. Oh, even if I had moved there... Okay, I gotta correct that. Just say I moved here instead. I was here. Still an okay move. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Okay, I think we're done though. In the phase. Infection and terror. We do not have any infection and terror. We can discard a fatigue. I want this to be open, and I'll get rid of that. Targeting Kaylee. From the golem's palms, a searing heat shoots forward. Whoa, 6 damage this time. 3 movement. It is impeded though, so I think it just steps back 1. I'm pretty sure they get impeded and only get 1 movement. Range of 3, attack of 6. She rolls an orange die for defense. That is a surge and a success. If you are adjacent to a token, chest, shelf, or cauldron, add 2 instead. No, so that's only 2. Wow, bummer. So 4 damage down to 8, and I have to scar a card. That doesn't seem good. No way I can pump that up during your test. No, during your attack or defense. Oh, wait, I could. I could take 1 less damage for 2 fatigue during your turn, or defense, ignore 1 die face and add 3 instead. So it would be 3 successes instead of 2. I might as well. So I'm at 9 instead. And let's get these dice out of here. Targeting Kaylee, mend. Golem recovers 2 health. So, oh, bummer. Orange for defense. So that's going to be 2. So another damage. Ending up at 8 anyway. Done. Flames burst upwards and encroach on the room. This room won't be this large for long. I don't know what that means. Each hero suffers 2 for each Explore token, but we got rid of our Explore token. The Zealot slams their staff into the ground and drones a dark prayer. Well, we want Kaylee to continue to going first. What was Galadin's feat again? Attack an exposed enemy, and I can't expose because I'm full of fatigue. "12 hit points left. Okay, Kaylee will go. She's just going to use her maneuver to get up here. But then she would become impeded, and then she will attack. I think her crushing is better than trying to kill with the pierce. So double-headed hammer, black die, 2 successes. That's terrible. Maybe not. Yeah. 7 damage. All right. And we'll just do it again. Try to get rid of this thing. We need a better roll. 3.
I make this look easy, don't I?
How do we end up doing? Only 1 blocked with, okay, with weaknesses. The golem crumbles to the ground.
Just what I need for my next
Following has been added. 12 metal, Northwood stock recipe, and we can remove the golem.
About time we got paid.
The Undying Skull studies the disassembled body. So much work for so little gain. Greed would serve us better. The following has been added to your inventory to be used later. 4-gick halved recipe? Yes, because with that thing, the first time you kill something, a character kills something with it. It says after you defeat an enemy, if it's the first time any hero with this trinket equipped defeats that enemy type, gain a unique recipe. So we've got golems out of the way. Kaylee's done. Now Galadin, from where Galadin is just going to start shooting. Is there anything I should do? Can't expose. I've got too much fatigue. The scars are hurting over here. We'll just shoot with the bow. Blue die. Oh no. That's dangerous. That was at 8. Or was I at 7? 8, I think. Just 2 successes. Three damage. Blocked 1. Well, this is going to take a while. During your attack, if you have not moved. Oh, I really need a surge. That would be good. We got to attack again. This guy's gonna. I don't think I can do 15 damage though without a weakness. Let's roll where there's not health dice and stuff. There we go. So we got 1 success and a surge. We have not moved, so that counts as 3 successes. So that's 4 total. Prowess. We can put a fatigue on here. We did roll a surge to add another one. That's 5 successes. That could be clutch. No! Because it only does 2 and there's no weakness. Bummer. Even without the block, he survived. That was that. Well, we could move. And I'm wondering if we should, just in case there's like an AoE or something. Yeah, let's go right here. Okay. The Zealot's dark droning prayer continues, robbing you of strength. Oh, resolve infection and terror. Each hero can discard 0 fatigue. We have no infection and terror. Targeting Kaylee, pausing their prayer, but for a moment, the Zealot unleashes an attack. 2 movement, range of 4. 1, 2, 3, so it'll take a step back. 3 damage is not the best. Oh wait, orange die. 2 and an advantage. Sure. How about here? For the 3 successes to block all of the damage. The floor gives way. Oh no, as part of the room disappears into the flames. The burst of heat is enough to throw anyone back. Remove tile 13A and all terrain and tokens on that tile. Shift each figure on 13A to the nearest unoccupied highlighted space. Oh, there went the treasure chest. Whoa, this is unfortunate. Shift each figure to the nearest unoccupied highlighted space. So Kaylee is here. The nearest one here is 2 away, 2 away, 2 away. So none of them over here. She has to go to one of the 2 away ones. How about that one? Galadin will shift to here. Oh, I knew I needed to work on that treasure chest. Well, this is an interesting twist. place tile 8A, so we just get a smaller area. Site token here. Okay. Site token here. We're already adjacent to both of these site tokens. The flames continue to rise and spread. You must move quickly. That which you have rescued weighs down on you. Suffer for each explorer token in their play area. I wonder if I have to scar cards now because we have been moved into an ember space. I mean, I would think so. We're going to take a lot of damage this this particular scenario. Well, Kaylee's going to go first, and she's already adjacent to both of these tokens, so the smoke and flames, a stone staircase leads upward. Discard this site token. We need 11A and a staircase and 3 short pillars. Well, at least the stone's not going to burn. We got rid of the golem. It should stop spitting fire everywhere. Okay, so this way. Well, I gotta check the location of the golems. Or gargoyles, I mean. Yeah, they're all gargoyle in. Gargoyle. Gargoyle and gargoyle. And staircase. I don't know if this is going to be off of the screen. It is. All right. This game is a table hog for sure. We'll see what happens with where to put this as we go through. So we need a shelf and a chest. So I've got a chest and a shelf. A human scholar dressed in the robes of a college in Greyhaven cowers away from the flames. Place an explorer token. Okay. We are also next to this here. As you approach, a smoke parts to reveal an extension of the wooden room. Discard this site token. So we need another ember thing here. 12. This is a big one. Like this. Don't these developers and designers know that we need to have room to record these games on video? Okay. And a shelf. So that's where knowledge is going to be, probably, is in these shelves. And a dragon hybrid scholar is trapped by the flames. I think I got to deal with this wood stuff first. The stone should be fine. Oh boy. Bandit. And a green zealot. Okay, so let's get this orange off of the golem. Bandit is orange. Where's the bandit? The bandit is even with the shelf right there. And we need another zealot. Green zealot right there. And that'll be gone. Okay. So that was just all stuff because I'm pretty sure we had to do that because we started next to those site tokens. But it at least informs what I'm going to do on the turn, I think. Yeah, she's going first. We'll just move here, I guess, because we're on a melee weapon that gets rid of our maneuver because we get impeded. And just go after this zealot right in front of us. What is it? Weak 2 slashing. I don't have a slash weapon anyway. Black die. 2 successes. I do not have anything to add to that. So 5 damage, blocked 1. Guess we just go again with our last activation. Isn't there a 4 on here? There's a 3 and then some advantages, but we don't have a whole lot of fatigue room. So there's 3. Oops. Ooh, prepare 1 card, then discard 1 fatigue from it. During your turn, discard to flip that card. Prepare 1 card. What do I want to prepare? What's on the other side of this? These scars are not going to be great. Before here interacts within 3 spaces, they may focus 1 card. Do I want my weapon to flip? It's less damage. No, I don't think so. For an enemy's activation, if it was in 3 spaces of you, enfeeble and slow it. I mean, I guess I'll prepare... I'm going to prepare the hammer because I also get to discard a fatigue from this trigger. Okay, so it's Galadin's turn. I'm not going to use my maneuver right now because I'm impeded, so I'm just going to shoot the zealot. blue die. 2 successes. That's probably not going to get it done. Anything we can do? I'm kind of fatigued out. I don't think there's anything I can do. Oh, I forgot about the bracers. Yes.
If it can help us.
The following has been added to your inventory to be used later. 6 minerals. Remove the zealot. Okay, so the... Oh, I attacked the wrong one. Shoot, I chose the wrong one. Can I undo that? No, I can't. Oh man, I chose the wrong one. Well, shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I gotta go after the zealot. I was gonna go after that. If this is like important for the quest, I doubt that it's gonna burn up. So this is just gonna cost me because of my dumb mistake. But now I will use my maneuver action. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have to scar a card because I moved on the Ember. So I will scar that card. And I will now actually attack the other zealot. And I'm gonna have plenty because this guy, well, that guy had 6. Whatever. The Surge, I had 2, so I got 3 successes. The bracers trigger. Okay, so that was kind of a bummer of a mistake, but things will happen. And now the turn is over, or the hero phase is over. Resolve Infection and Terror. Each hero can discard a fatigue. So I want to get rid of this one. And over here I want to get rid of this one, so this is opened up and available to take fatigue. Targeting Galadin. During the defense, the first time the hero places fatigue on a card, they also scar it. 9 damage? Why is that increased? I would not have been in range, but then it just would have gone after Kaylee instead. Oh, but if it moves next to Kaylee, it becomes impeded. It does not have the range, so it'll attack Kaylee instead. 9 damage. Wow, this is not good. Well, I got a success, a surge, and an advantage. That's going to block 3. If I use a fatigue, which I will, and put it here. Yeah, so 6 damage takes me down to 2. Oh, I also have to, well, I can't scar. The card's already scarred, so. Flames burst upwards and encroach on the room. This room won't be this large for long. We don't have any stuff on us, so we're not going to suffer fatigue. The bandit snickers, glancing toward one of the chests. I think that means it's trapped. What are the bandits weak to? Piercing. Well, as much as I want to advance Kaylee's feet, I'm wondering what's going to happen to this room. Like, does it just increase the lava space? Like, is it just going to get smaller like this one? I'll use her maneuver to go here. Then she loses the rest of her. No, maybe that's not smart. Let's just try to kill this guy. Yeah, Galadin will go first. One, two, three. We'll use 2 of his maneuver to go right there. And then shoot. With the bow. The bow is, or he attacks with blue. So we got an advantage and a surge. So for the surge, I have already moved. I was not in range, so I had to move. So for the surge, I'll do this one, and that gives me 2. And I'll suffer the fatigue on there, not suffer, but I'll take the fatigue on there for the advantage, so that's 3. Only 9 damage. Shifts 2 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll attack again. Same thing, surge and advantage. I have no more room to take fatigue, so it's only going to be 2 for the surge. Man, one more would have done it. Smoke bomb way over there. And I'm going to use my last movement point to move back onto this tile and hope that saves me. Okay, so Kaylee's turn. So that was Galadin. Kaylee. 3 movement. 2 actions. Let's go 1. Interact with the bookshelf. Books, bottles, and baubles line 3 shelves, all covered in dust. Search the books. You pull a heavy tome off the shelf. You may rescue the tome by placing an unused Explorer token in your play area. During the darkness phase, you will suffer 2 fatigue for each explode. Ooh, rescue the book. You protectively tuck the tome under your arm. Place an unused Explorer token in your play area. Okay, that's 2. I don't have a whole lot of room to be suffering a bunch of fatigue. I could go 1. Man, Galadin is in a is kind of blocking me right now. Got 2 movement left. 1, 2. What's the range on this? 3 spaces. 2, 3. These scars are a bummer. I think I got to use my vigor potion to go up to 5. Then I'll take 1 step here. I mean, I might as well just take 2 steps. Do I interact with that guy? Then I'm going to take 4 fatigue, which I could do actually. Let me interact with the token. I don't want this room to collapse and the token to go away. This could be dumb, but we can take a lot of damage, I guess. All right. Oh, I should have flipped this. I can take 2 fatigue here. Is it 3 fatigue on that side? Oh, it's 4 fatigue on that side. I got to do it. So I'm going to use this. I should have done this before the turn was over. To flip this. The scar gives me 2 damage. I wish I had the ability to remove conditions right now. Infection and terror. And we get to get rid of fatigue. Okay. A flashlight and smoke. The bandit appears next to the chest, but for a moment, then both are gone forever. This room won't be this large for long. Okay, I gotta suffer 4 fatigue because I've got 2 tokens. Now let me get rid of this and this. There's no way I was getting that chest. I'm missing out on a bunch of stuff, it feels like. Okay, so I gotta suffer 4 fatigue. Just gonna put it all on the crossbow. Okay, now it is our turn. Kaylee's gonna go first. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see what this does. We're going to use our maneuver to go 1, 2, 3. We'll do an action to go 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to interact with the old dude. I think that was his official name in the app, right? The old dude. If you have 1 or more Explorer tokens in your play area, you may either heal 2 damage or discard 2 fatigue, then discard all Explorer tokens. Oh, I wish it was 1 for each. I'm definitely getting health back, I think. You don't actually have to get them back to him. Do you? You just have to have them. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. All right, so that's Kaylee's turn. Galadin gets 4 and 2. We're going to work on this bookshelf. 1, 2. Interact with it. Search the bottles. One hero may focus any number of their cards. Okay, so that's discard for rerolls. I'm not planning on flipping anytime soon. And we're going to use our other one. Going all out on this. A hero may either discard 1 fatigue from each of their cards or discard all fatigue from 1 card. I want to be able to... I want to be able to do this ability, so I'm going to discard all fatigue off of here. This ability is going to let me flip a card. I can flip this one to get rid of all of that fatigue and get back to the hammer. And then the other 2 movement, I'm going to move like this, and that will get me off of this tile that I feel like is going to burn up soon. And that's the end of the hero phase. Resolve Infection and Tarot. Each hero can discard a fatigue. I had 2 on here, right? Yeah. That one's going to go, and that one's going to go. What's the other side of this skill? After you flip a card, focus it. Gives you a reroll. Okay. The floor gives way as parts of the room disappears into the flames. Remove the tile, all terrain and tokens on the tile. Shift each figure. Nobody was on the tile though. Place 10A in 1 shelf. Okay, that was a good thing I got out of there. With the stuff. See, but they couldn't let the shelf burn up because it's part of the quest objectives, I'm almost positive. Flames continue to rise and spread. You must move quickly. We do not have any explore tokens in our play area. Okay, now what do we want to do? I think I'm going to send Galden up here to... Maybe I should deal with the wood stuff first. Because... Well, it hasn't really said this one's going to burn. The reason... What I was going to say was I want to send Galden up here because Galden has more movement. Right? But Kaylee should be interacting with stuff first. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, interact. Yep, so Kaylee's gonna go first. Before she does anything, she's gonna take the 3 fatigue to do this ability, which allows her to take 3 fatigue on her hero card to flip a card. We're going to flip the weapon. Then she's going to use her maneuver 1, 2, 3. She has to scar a card. They don't become impeded, right? It's just scar. Hero moves into an ember space, they scar one of their cards. Yep. She'll use one of her actions to maneuver again. 1, 2, 3. She has no other cards that can get scarred. But once she moves there, this happens. You reach up to an empty wall sconce and give it a hard yank, revealing the hidden entrance to your laboratory. Discard this site token. Oh boy. We're probably done with this side of the map, I'm hoping. 17A, 1 staircase, 4 tall pillars. 1, 2, 3. 4 tall pillars. 17A's on the bottom. Oh, and it's in the middle. That's weird. So is there going to be more to this? I'm wondering. Gargoyles. I'm making an assumption that it's the gargoyles. Yeah. I wonder why that matters. I still wonder. Okay, and we need another staircase. Here. Okay, so now we got to shift Galadin's stuff back this way. Galadin's health. All of that stuff. Is that right? I believe it is. 3 stone tables line the back wall. 2 golems lie unmoving on 2 of the tables. The center table is cracked, presumably from when the golem that started the fire was activated. Place 3 large tables. 1, 2, 3. This one is missing part of it. Perhaps I should glue this together. That one fell out pretty easily. Looks like there's a space, so there. I did not build it correctly. That's why it will not fit. Lots of stuff to interact with up there. Place 1 cauldron and 1 shelf. Okay, so shelf. Cauldron. And which enemies? Hey, I think I left some potion ingredients with the bottles. I can mix up something that could help us. Kaylee's eyes shine with confidence. Born leader. Well, I was going to interact with this lectern here. I did move all of those. But I think I'm going to go up there instead. So maneuver again. 1, 2, 3. Sounds like the game is telling me to go up there. So Galadin, so we've got 3, that's probably 4, 5, 6. Maybe there's knowledge in there? Okay, so Galadin's turn. 4 from his free maneuver. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 action. 1, 2. We'll use another action to interact. Galadin does not have a whole lot of room to be picking up stuff. It's actually only got room for 2 fatigue. So next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Okay, but we're going to use our last action to interact with the bookshelf. The books is probably knowledge, so let's search bottles.
Take it all.
Gain an invisibility potion. So we don't have the recipe, we just gain the potion for now. Two movement left. I think the movement is just gone. I guess the chest could have still been there if I just would have killed the bandit. I didn't want to fall in the lava though. Okay, darkness phase. Infection and terror. Discard a fatigue. So there's a fatigue gone. There's a fatigue gone. Flames burst upwards and encroach on the room. This room won't be this large for long. Wow, so that one's going to get even smaller? We don't have anything in our play area. Okay, so back to us. Kaylee's going to go first. Maneuver, 2 actions. 1, 2, 3. So from this spot, I can interact with all kinds of stuff. Oh, these tables are not interactable. Well, okay, so 1, 2. I only want to interact with this shelf then. I'm going to do the cauldron first, actually.
Just what I need for my
Gain the
next
following: 1 guardian potion. Rabbit foot, vigor, miasma, antidote. Guardian potion, Bryn or Kaylee only. Is the card camera still on? Yeah. Before your or an adjacent hero's defense, ignore the attack. What? That's nice. But does that mean we're going to get attacked a lot again? Katie leans over the cauldron. I think I can whip up a little something extra with this. Let's see. Something for our wounds, something for our enemies, or should I get really creative? Wounds. The heroes may collectively heal 2. So from 5 to 7. Ooh, Born Leader's done.
Why is everything I take
We got the
impressive?
Kalic Haft recipe. Attack an enemy with your hammer while you have an injury, or defeat an enemy who has 2 or more statuses. That seems more difficult, so we're going to go with that one. Which means we need to be injured after we just took a heal. So that was an action to deal with, to interact with the cauldron. 1, 2, and then we're gonna have to move again. Kind of a bummer. Galadin, 4 movement and 2 actions. Okay, I need to think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Galadin has room to take fatigue for 1 turn. Could he take 4? He'll heal 1. He could take 4. If we interact, get the books, interact. Probably just have to forget the baubles. So we'll interact with this for our first action. Search the books. Rescue the book. So we get a thingamabobber here. We also have the vigor potion. Ooh, I could shift 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll be all right. Okay, that's 4 out of 7. We'll use 2 movement points to go to there. Interact with this guy. Human scholar dressed in the robes of college in Greyhaven cowers away from the flames. You should rescue them, but the burden of keeping them safe will weigh on you. Yes. So we get this Explorer token in our area. And then we've got 2 maneuvers left, 1, 2. So we are going to take 4 fatigue, but I think that's okay. All right, that's us. Okay, discard fatigue, and we'll discard fatigue. We have no infection or terror. Flames burst upward. This room won't be this large for much longer. Okay, now we have to suffer the 4 fatigue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it doesn't really matter who goes first, so I'm just going to have Galadin go first. So we know he's going to get 4 for his maneuver. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do another maneuver. 1, 2, 3. And we've got 1 movement point left. And then interact with this guy. And we can discard 2 fatigue. That one doesn't really matter. We'll get rid of that one and 1 here. No, you know what? I want to be able to, if another enemy shows up, I want to be able to expose him so I can advance Galadin's feet. And we get rid of these 2. Galadin has done. He's got 1 movement point left. So we go this way. So I bet you there's knowledge and knowledge is probably the last 2. I'm guessing. I've got, oh, you know what? I have these antidote potions. I could have been getting rid of the scars. So that's Galadin. Now Kaylee. Gets 2, and we'll get the 3 maneuver. We use 1 to interact with this. We'll do bottles and baubles this turn and get the knowledge next turn. You rummage through the bottles and find a few things you could use. You could mix a dependable recovery concoction or a more experimental scar cream. Let's do the experimental scar cream. Staring at the herbs and poultices available to you, you begin to throw things together as you attempt to remember the recipe you read many moons ago. Test Insight 6. Kaylee gets a +1 on Insight. So we got 4 plus a surge. Makes it 5, and her Insight is 6, so we pass. Pleased with the smoothness of the texture, you divide up among the vials. Each hero within 4 spaces and in line of sight on Kaylee may discard 1 scar. Probably not the best. Maybe this one. No, this one in case we're going to get it back when we cross the embers anyway. We'll do her last one. Search the baubles. Under a glass cloche, a fierce and tiny whirlwind undulates. A hero may shift 5. That would have been sweet last turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She doesn't want to move away. She wants that knowledge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got to scar his last card. The tables are not interactable, right? Oh, the cauldron's still interactable. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm done. All right. Darkness phase. Discard fatigue. Fatigue gone. Fatigue gone. Floor gives way as part of the room disappears into flames. The burst of heat is enough to throw anyone back. Shift each figure on 3A to the nearest unoccupied space, of course. Right there. Remove 3A, all terrain and tokens on that tile. And then we go to 2A. So it just makes more embers, but it's not that bad because we're already like completely scarred. And I looked before, I couldn't find anything that said like, well, if you already are scarred or you have a condition or anything that you take damage. So it doesn't really seem that bad. I mean, really? We don't get impeded or anything? We have no explore tokens. If hero moves here, they scar one of their cards, yeah. I don't know. Exposed enemy, yeah. So let's have maybe Kaylee go first. She's got a card that can still get scarred. Okay, she'll use one to interact with this. Search the books. We will rescue the book. Tuck it under your arm. Okay, now she's got it. One, two, three. She's got a bunch of room for fatigue. I'm wondering. If she should take both. Sure, why not? Then her turn's going to be over. You pull Heavy Tome off the lectern, rescue the book. So she gets a second one. Of course. So we need this and this. Oh, are they both going to wake up? There's not a lot of room there. A rumble echoes through the room as a golem rises off the table. Oh no, Katie's eyes go wide. The golems aren't ready to be activated. I was so satisfied with my modifications to the first golem that I wanted to try something different with this one. And I made this golem either strong or sturdy. So strong is probably it attacks more. We've got a bunch of hit points. Sturdy, it's probably higher defense. Strong. The golem's fists have been coated in a strange metal, creating a harder and stronger attacking surface. The orange golem has increased attack. Oh boy. The other golem is way over there. Let's get a green square out. Can I survive 2 golems? At least I didn't have time to tinker with this one. Oh, okay. Final objective, defeat the golems. Oh, we don't even need to... Oh, but I'm going to keep suffering fatigue if I don't get rid of these. Maybe that's not so bad if I keep flipping. Let's see what they look like. 36 health, 2 defense. We don't know what they're weak to, but I'm betting it's probably not piercing. Okay. It's Galadin's turn. Because that was Kaylee. Man. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, she can't even get back there. Maybe we could run and make them fight us over here. If they step in this stuff, they get afflicted. That could be a strategy. Galadin, though, gets 4 movement, 2 actions, has a range of 4. So let's go after the stronger one first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're done with that. We are going to do this ability, so we have to put 3 fatigue on here. And the enemy in line of sight gets exposed. And it's the orange one. We'll do this correct. Expose him. And now Galadin will shoot with blue. We got a surge and a success, which is unfortunate that we have fatigue on our stuff. And that we've moved. Bummer. Okay, so this one will spend the surge here to be 2 successes and a 3rd success. Yeah. Okay, so Blackroot Bow. 3 successes on the exposed enemy. Confirm. 8 damage. 1 was blocked. Not a weakness. Oh, I forgot their defense keeps going up also. I do have... antidote is just 3 conditions. Before your or an adjacent hero's defense, ignore the attack. Till the end of this round, you cannot be the target of enemy activations. We're going to shoot again because the enemy's exposed. The question is, before I do that though, do I use my Vigor Potion to discard some fatigue? So that I could potentially... Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to use it for health. I'll get rid of 2 off of here and 1 off of here, just in case I roll a surge. Bloodthirsty Bracers is going to trigger also, which is nice. So we're doing another attack with the bow. We really want to see a surge here. That's a success and an advantage. I'm going to spend a reroll. I'm looking for some surges, or a surge. That's a surge. That's what I said I wanted, right? So we'll put a fatigue on here. That makes that a success. And we'll spin the surge right here to make it 2, so that's 3. Man, isn't there like a success and a surge? There's actually 3 successes and surges. Okay, so you know what? I got these rerolls. I'm going to use them. I'm looking for a success and a surge together. That's 2 successes. That's what I had before, right? 2? Or no, I had 3. Gosh, I'm going to use my last reroll. An advantage and a surge. That's going to give me 4. I will put a fatigue on here, take advantage of the advantage. That's 1. I put a fatigue on here because I rolled a surge, that's 2. And this surge gets spent for 2, so that's 4. $13 damage. Then I'm going to use the invisibility potion to shift 2 back to here. And I'm invisible. So this is gone because we don't have the recipe for that. And I think I'm done. Okay, each hero can discard a fatigue. I wanted that one to go to so I could use my ability again, but that's okay. Got some damage put on, and we'll discard this fatigue. Okay, the green golem. Kaylee, before this activation, one hero adjacent to the green golem becomes the target and scars 1 card. No one's adjacent. Oh, this one does not have range. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then he's just done because it does not have a ranged attack. This one also does not have a ranged attack. 1, 2, 3. Done. All right, so Kaylee will suffer 4 fatigue from having 2 of these things. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, I want the crushing damage. Okay. Continue. The damaged golem moves wildly and erratically, twitching and cracking as it flails its limbs about with terrifying force. So we want that one gone? Question mark. Do I have a way to get rid of this fatigue? I want to expose, because I'm pretty sure I made some great progress. Yes, I just need to expose 1 more time. I don't have any way to get rid of the fatigue. Oh well, it's going to survive another turn, I'm almost positive. Oh, Kaylee should have been trying to defeat enemies. That undying skull. Oh well. We can't do it all, right? Who's going to go first? I think Kaylee will go first. Actually, what's Kaylee's feat? Attack an enemy with your hammer while you have an injury. Nah, she's not injured. Oh well. So we're going to move, but then become impeded, so that goes away and attack, so we'll just do that. I come up there, and with my melee weapon, attack the orange golem. The flailing golem lashes out with a fist as you dart in. Suffer 5 damage. Agility negates. Agility is -1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll take 1. That was a good roll if you had room to take fatigue. That could have been an 8. Okay, hammer. She attacks with black dice. 2 successes. 15 health left. I want to do as many successes on the first hit as possible because their defense is going to go up. So I'm going to ignore that die face. She has no rerolls to make it 3 successes. $10 damage, and we found the weakness. Okay. She'll use her last action to attack again. Oh, this again. So 1 damage. Down to 5. And we're attacking with the hammer. 2 and 2 advantages. She's going to take a lot of damage from having these 2 things. It has 5 hit points. It's weak against it. I'm not going to do anything with the advantages. So just... Oh, but it could block 3. Okay, so this is 6, 7, 8. Oh, I think it's dead. Yeah.
Mess with the best.
Oh, prepare 1 card, then discard 1 fatigue from it. Let's prepare this and discard a fatigue from it. Okay. Nice trigger on the weapon. Remove the orange
About
golem.
time we got paid.
Your foe has dropped a valuable item. Following has been added to your inventory for later use. Slayer leather. Medium armor. After your attack, if the enemy is defeated, you may suffer 3 fatigue to attack again. Ooh, it adds 2 health. So that's in our inventory. And remove the orange golem. Okay, so that's Kaylee. Now I'm actually, before her turn is over, going to use this prepare token to flip the crossbow. That's going to give me room for the fatigue from having the weight of the stuff on me. Okay, so now Galadin doesn't really need to move. Let's just put that there. He can fire his bow. Blue die. Success and an advantage. I really don't want to kill this guy just yet. And I don't want the extra fatigue here, so I'm not going to use the advantage. Okay, so that was kind of lame. We really need surges on Galadin. There we got a success and a surge. We haven't moved, so that becomes 3. And we got 1 on there, so that's 4. And I don't think we're going to move. Is there anything else to do with this lectern? No. What about the shelf? The hero may interact to search the bookshelf. Maybe we didn't get the baubles? Not sure. Okay, that's us. Darkness phase. Infection and terror. We don't have any of that. Discard fatigue. So we want that fatigue and this fatigue. Targeting Kaylee. Before this activation, 1 hero adjacent to the green golem becomes the target and scars 1 card. Okay, so Kaylee has to scar the crossbow. 6 damage? Holy cow. She rolls orange dice on defense. Oh. I'm going to use the Guardian Potion. Ignore the attack. I know I want to be injured. I doubt I'm going to take 5 damage. Might as well use it because we don't get to keep it, so that's fine. Suffer 2 for each Explore token. So we'll put 2 there. We'll just put all 4 on the crossbow. It's fine. The golem lifts a boulder into an empty hand and turns its featureless face toward Galadin. Well, Galadin's going to go first. First thing is 1, 2, 3 fatigue to do this to expose the enemy. Then we will attack with the bow. Blue. Advantage and surge. That's fine because the surge is going to be 3 here. We have nowhere to put fatigue, so we're done with 3. $12 damage. Okay, we finished the feat.
Even now, I am
We got the
faster
Twilight
than
Arrow
before.
recipe. Attack with both your blades and bow in 1 round, or attack an undamaged enemy with your blades. Hooked offhand recipe. With blade and bow in 1 round, so we would get another skill. Bloodwood Sap Seasoned Hunter. Two fatigue during your attack, afflict or daze the enemy. If you rolled a surge, apply both. And then the other side, during your attack, ignore the enemy's ability if possible. Or we could get hooked offhand recipe, which I think is a weapon like attachment thing, probably. What seems easier to do? Get up close and personal, start using some blades. We'd have to do it anyway with Weapon Master. We only have to do it twice. Attack with your blades and bow in 1 round. How do you do that? You'd have to have a prepare token on the weapon. Let's do the blades. You know what I'm going to do? I don't like potentially leaving stuff behind. So 1, 2, 3. I think Kaylee can take out the exposed golem. So 1 left, and we will interact with the cauldron. There's nothing. You can perform an additional action. Well, okay, bummer. I guess just... It's not an undamaged enemy, so I guess we'll just attack. Surge. We've already moved, so it's only 2. $6 damage. Okay, Kaylee's turn. She's adjacent already. We got 1 movement left. Oh, wait a minute. We wouldn't have been able to do that anyway. Once we got there, we would have been impeded. So never mind. Kaylee will attack. She's on her crossbow. How much health does it have left? 5, but 4 blocking? We're going to use an action to flip this card, actually. We take 2 damage from the scar. And we're going to attack with the hammer. Using a black die. 3. Seems good.
I could do this all day.
Oh, prepare 1 card, then discard a fatigue from it. The golem falls to the ground and the fires begin to die down. It seems the day has been saved. Quest complete.
Job done, I'd say.
Survivors all gather, gasping for breath, wiping soot from their faces and watching the complex burn down. Did we get everyone? I believe you did, somehow. But you're still expelled from the guild, from both guilds. I'm sure the Smiths will agree with me. Now hang on, I'm a hero. I saved lives. Lives that you put in peril in the first place. The Uthuk put those lives in peril. It was your golem that burned everything down. Kaylee is right. The only reason we got here in time to help is because her golem delayed the Uthuk. She bears responsibility for the damage done by the fire, but at least that can be repaired. There's a burst of flames as part of the building collapses. Sparks dance into the darkening sky like eager birds. Well, we're done here. Let's head back to Frostgate, eh? Well, looks like I'll be staying with you at Bryn's house. Should we ask Bryn first? Better to ask forgiveness than permission, I always say. As the rescued dwarves shout a handful of curses at her retreating figure, Kaylee happily marches off to her new home. We did not get a whole lot of stuff, I think, because the chest disappeared. Both of the chests? Were there 2? Yes, both of them disappeared. That's a bummer. I'm just going to go back to Frostgate, and then that's where I will end the episode. 2 clanfolk in plaids with blue woad on their faces come down the slope, trading jokes and insults. One has a distressed lamb over his shoulders. They pause long enough to warn of a place where the trail is washed out ahead, then continue on their way. Okay. An apple orchard sprawls at the side of the road, peaceful and full of welcome shade. An old orc woman sits on a fieldstone wall beneath the trees, arguing with a traveler in unusual dress. All right, you brigand. 2 silver pieces. The human woman presents her flask, and the orc farmer pours from an earthen jug at her side. Coins change hands, and the traveler steps back into the road. Can you believe these prices? Highway robbery in an uncertain time. Hang on. You look like the adventuring sort. I suppose so. Can we help you? I hope so. I'm Astara. Do you know a young man named Cyrus? He'd be about my age, a completely insufferable know-it-all. I hear he's traveling with adventurers these days. I wouldn't say insufferable. That's Cyrus, all right. No agreement there. Great. I was talking to his old mentor, Graysden, up past Frostgate, and he mentioned Cyrus was in the area. I wanted to borrow a book. Old mentor? Maybe we could ask this person about that Uthuk ritual. Maybe. Why don't you swing by the house we're sharing in Frostgate, miss? I'm sure Cyrus would be happy to lend you that book. And while you're at it, would you mind telling us where to find this Graysden? After a brief exchange of directions and one last round of pleasantries, the travelers part ways, and now the companions have a new lead to follow. Okay, so we've got an event and some stuff we can do in Frostgate. But I think that's where I'm going to call the episode. That was an interesting quest. It was a little different with the rooms burning up and falling away. I wish I would have gone quicker towards... I had the instinct at the beginning. I did those tests, that one test on the chest. But then it just seemed like it was a good idea to get rid of that bad guy golem. I mean, I could have taken more damage. I wasn't even... Galadin never even got hit. So possibly I could have been flipping cards even with the scar on it. I had the antidotes. I could have got rid of some scars and flipped some cards and not had to worry about damage. But Oh well, it was still fun. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode and everything I'm posting on the channel, and then I'll see you in the next one.